We keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and feel some tea. Join the Kourtney family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. So go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's going on, co-ed camp folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka Dub. This is my lovely wife, looking like Penny Mom from Good Times. Don't burn me, mama. Don't burn me.
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
Ooh, good time. Good time. Anyway, this is Kourtney Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight, we're going to be bringing you episode 1 through 4. I don't know why they did it that way, but anyway, they did it. Married at First Sight, episodes 1 through 4. 4 hours. 4 hours.
So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure you comment, make sure you follow us. And yeah, let's get into it. Now, what I'm going to do is break it up by episode. So you should see chapters in here. So you should see episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the first couple of episodes, they will be broken up in couples as well. So I'm gonna try to put that in there too. So so it can make it easier for you. So I don't know when you guys are gonna watch it. Some of you may not, you don't have Peacock and you ain't going all the way around the world to try to watch it. So we definitely will put the pictures in here and give you the information that you need so you can stay abreast. And this is what it's called, abreast of season 19, Married at First Sight. For those that do not know, please forgive me for my voice. Prayerfully, it will be coming around real soon, but I had a thyroidectomy right in there. So I got a part of my thyroid that was hyper. I got it removed and it had nodules and all that stuff or whatever. And they said it could have been cancerous, but thank God, my God, it was not. So praise be unto God for that. So just bear with me with my voice because I'm doing the best I can. That's why I got this mic close to my mouth.
And so you doing this hippo thing now? You doing the hippo thing? You taking my spotlight now with the medical histories? God, you can't have nothing, man.
You just like Pat. It's all about you. It's all about you, just like Pat. All right. So now let's get into the first couple, y'all. Now I like what they did. So if you haven't watched it yet or you don't plan on watching, they cut out a lot of stuff, y'all. They cut out a lot of all the fluff that we saw on Lifetime. So they pretty much focused on one couple instead of bouncing back and forth. We didn't get to see them try on dresses. We didn't get them see meet no family. We didn't get to see the experts go through a list and say, nope, they had their matches. They said, I like them together and let's go with them. And we didn't get to see them say, hey, you've been selected. We didn't see no walkthrough, no apartment. We didn't see none of that, y'all. In the first 20 minutes, the first couple had already been married. Yep. So I like that.
Yeah. I don't know why they changed it. I don't know because it was a budget. Was it Peacock said, nah, we don't need all that fluff on here. Just go ahead and get straight to it. I don't know why they changed it. Now, me personally, I like when they pick them like, oh, you've been there, and they get all the sight. I like that part. Now,
oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. Now, trying on the wedding dress and all that, I don't care about all that. But yeah, they did. They cut a lot of stuff out.
Now, if this is lagging a little, hopefully it's not. We are in StreamYard, and so I'll probably get back to our regular studio and probably, the next video or something like that. Sometimes it's just easier in StreamYard because I could just put the pictures up here and, put it out real quick instead of doing a lot of different stuff. But yeah. So now this is Austin, Texas, season 19. Now when it opened up, that what's her name, little short one, Dr. Pepper, honey, Dr. Pep said that, hey, we didn't 11 couples that are still married to this day, and 13 babies, honey, out of 19 seasons. Rah, rah, rah.
That's nothing to rah 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 about. They have gone through 200 couples, and all you got left is 11. I'm exaggerating the number
Yeah, 'cause
there,
I'm
but
quite sure
still.
it's way more than
But
that.
the percentage is very low. You know what I'm saying? What, like 5% probably still together? So yeah, that's nothing to brag about, to be honest with y'all.
So now let's deal with Josh and Jaylen. Josh is 31 years old. Jaylen is 27 years old. So, just a small introduction of some of the things. Josh, he don't have a relationship with his mama. His mama went to prison, I think he said, when he was like 3 years old, and he was raised by his grandparents. He said that he remember being poor. At 8 years old, he had to knock on the neighbors' doors and say, "Hey, can I work for you, do something so that I can, just make some money, cutting the grass or whatever." So he said he recently found out who his biological father is. And once he found his biological father, his dad said, "Child, I didn't even know you existed." So yeah, his dad didn't even know it was a child out there. So his mama probably was spreading it low. What'd you say?
Spreading low, no, spreading low, spreading it
Lay,
wide.
laying
Laying,
it low.
laying it low and spreading it wide. Yeah. And that's oh man, for the dad to find out that way, the dad probably living his best life, and you get a knock on the door, and all of a sudden somebody tells you, "Hey, I'm your son,"
Right.
and he didn't know anything about it. But yeah, it's crazy.
As far as Jaylen, she has a twin brother. Her parents were high school sweethearts, and they got divorced when she, kind of went off to college. Their daddy then cheated on their mama, Chad.
Was he laying it low, spreading it wide
He was
too?
doing it to her.
Mm.
And she said that she is a realtor and she's a cycle instructor. Now, as far as Josh was saying, "Listen, I ain't never want to be poor again." So I think he said in 3 years he made almost over $500,000. I think I can't remember what his profession is and what he exactly do, but I don't know if it's I can't remember, y'all. I can't even remember. But yeah, so he was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna never be poor again. So I'm gonna make sure that as far as her, she is not a shopper, and Josh is not a shopper as well." So yeah, he when they get to the wedding, he was just like, he didn't invite his mama. And he don't know if his mama will ever get to meet his children, his wife, or anything like that. So yeah.
My thing is, why he holding such a grudge against his mom? He was 3 years old when she went in.
But because she was in and out his life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm coming. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that." So yeah.
I feel him on that. Yeah, I
So
understand
yeah, he was just like, and she, who knows if she went to prison? Who knows? She could be an addict today,
that. Oh yeah,
and
yeah, I get it.
so
I
it
get
could
it.
just be, not a good
That's
relationship.
understandable.
He said he didn't even tell his dad, or invite him to the wedding because he's still trying to get to know this man. So he want to put that pressure on him and say, "Hey, I'm getting married. Come on the show." Um, let's see. So she had as far as Jaylen, she had a long time relationship. And I guess it was going pretty good, but it ended. And then she ended up finding, somebody else as a boyfriend and all that stuff, whatever. He cheated on her, and then she found out her ex had died. So who child? It was just a lot. So
And she's only 27. She's
it,
been through all that
she
already.
said she had 2 relationships.
I mean, still, sound like they were too
Can
long
you stay in the
term.
camera, mister? Can you please stay in the camera?
It seemed like it was 2 long-term serious relationships, and one cheated and the other one passed away. Yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
As
Telling what
far
it
as
is.
Josh, he got his grandma to support him. Grandma look like she been through a lot. I'm just saying. But she there to support, and she crying because she like, my baby. I think he called her Nana as well, because I am called Nana. So yeah,
Who called? Who
I
called
am
her?
called Nana
Nana.
by my
I
grandchild.
thought she would call you Penny Mama. Don't burn me with the iron, Mama.
Womp womp. I need sound effects. Womp womp womp.
Okay, whatever.
So they meet at the altar, and I wasn't sure if she found him attractive, but later on she was just saying that he is attractive, but he was wowed by her beauty. He was like, she's gorgeous. Um, and so they, at the altar they exchange their vows and all that stuff, whatever. And they kiss. Now I can't say all the couples did kiss. Nobody did a side cheek. Nobody did a forehead kiss. Nobody. They all did kiss on the lips. Now,
Oh man, I want somebody like we need another Chris. Dang.
oh no, we don't. Now Jaylen did say that her husband is very attractive. Josh was talking to her parents because this at the reception, y'all. This how fast they moving. Josh was talking to her parents, and Jaylen comes to tell Josh that, listen, I got something to tell you, Josh. And my mama sit here. I got some, my mom want to share something with you. So she was like, Josh, I just want to let you know that I'm getting married tomorrow. He was like, oh my gosh, that's wild, that's crazy, cool. And she was like, I want you to be at the wedding. You're now my son-in-law. And so she said, but it's something else I want to tell you.
I'm gonna get married at first sight.
Bam. So
And
Belinda
is what's the name?
and
Jaylen's
Jaylen,
mom.
a mother and
Yeah.
daughter.
I said, I'm saying to myself, is married at first sight? Are they getting lazy now that they get the mom on the show? Cause they asked her to be on the show. She didn't put in for it, like you said.
Yeah.
They asked her. I said, well, people not putting in for the show like they used to.
I think that Married at First Sight wants something to grab eyeballs.
But this is not it right now.
Well, how
It's
you know?
not. Cause these four, I'm gonna be real with y'all. These 4 episodes, to me, in my opinion, was boring.
They
you know.
normally are in the beginning.
But yeah, but even when they cut out a lot of the fluff. It's still boring. Okay, now like I said, it may change down the road. It may change. It may get a little more exciting down the road. But right now, these first 4 episodes, it just wasn't it for me.
So the next day, they go to, of course, their room and all that stuff. It's the next day. She did say that they didn't have sex. They're gonna wait. And so they eat
Wait
breakfast.
for what? Wait for what? Y'all married?
Now, what Josh did tell her, he said, listen, I got something to tell you. Every time Josh say that, child, he done made me nervous. He said, listen, I got something I want to tell you. So he said, I'm not sure how you're going to feel about it, but, I have a business partner that wants me to do a post-nup. And so she was like, oh, really? He was like, now listen, I don't want you to just think it's just that. But me and this guy in business together. So when he got married, he did a post-nup or a prenup as well. So, I don't think that you here for the money. I don't think and all that stuff, whatever, but it's just a precautionary that. So she was like, I really don't have a problem with it. I'm a independent person. I'm not gonna be a housewife or anything like that. So I want to have my own anyway. So she was like, I really don't have a problem with that. So she wants her own success. Anything you want to say?
Mm-mm.
How you feel about that?
Hey man, if she's down with it and he's down with it, I don't see no problem with it. Especially if you're in business with somebody else. Now business partner is trying to protect themselves also. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
And they asset.
yeah, so I get it. So
Now let's move on to Will and Brittany.
the train wreck.
Brittany is 29 years old. Will is 30 years old. So Brittany wants somebody to challenge her, even when it comes to sex.
Yeah, he's doing that right now for sure.
And so she wants somebody that's mature. She came from a two-parent household.
Mhm.
But she didn't see much affection with her parents. They never kissed in front of them. They never hugged in front of them.
What is it with older parents from back in that time? They really didn't show
Much affection.
in front of the kids. They probably did it behind closed doors, but they
I'm
probably
quite sure because that's where they got kids, ain't it? They did something.
Man, you don't have
Somebody
to-
had to touch.
you
Somebody had to touch. Somebody had to touch.
you don't have
Somebody had to touch now.
you don't have to show affection to touch them.
No, but somebody
Okay.
had to touch.
I
Though. She
get
said no
that.
hug, so
Ain't no
somebody had to
affection.
touch.
You don't have to hug to have kids either. You don't. You got to hug. You can lay it low and spread.
So anyway, as far as Will, he said he wants somebody as well that's mature, and he was like, as far as sex, he was like he don't mind, using the sex toy with his wife and stuff like that. But he dated girls in the past, and they use sex toys. He said, but I don't do that butt touching, like no butt touching.
Well, why you even bring that up, man? Unless you want your butt to be touched. I would have kept that to myself.
Now I want to say this what I noticed, y'all. And let me say this why I'm thinking, because I didn't write that. Josh really seems to be tapped into his feminine side. To me, I think he probably can be, I wouldn't say bi, but he seems feminine, not too feminine, but he seems to have a good balance of both. So yeah, I did know that some of
Okay,
his
I didn't pick that
his
up.
body languages and stuff like that or
Yeah,
whatever. So
I didn't see that. Okay.
yeah, you didn't. Eddie didn't watch most of the episode. He in there more toward the
had to
end.
play.
So
I had to play
I
it.
am the one that
Okay, I
saw
missed one
most of
episode,
it.
but
No.
I had to go down and play my PlayStation 5. My team is trying to make it to the national championship, so I had to go down and make sure they made it.
So as far as Will, he was also saying too that both of them was saying that they both want kids, and he was saying that his parents got divorced early too. So but yeah, he said that I guess when he was younger, he said that he does want somebody that's witty. Now let's go to the wedding. Now, as far as the wedding, Brittany is getting married. She kind of tears up because her sibling passed away in 2020 because of the C19. Around that time, I can't say 2020.
Yeah, she was the older sister. It seemed like it was like
Ebony.
5 of them.
It's a bunch.
Yeah, they all girls. So yeah.
So Will hugs his mom and gets very emotional and tears up.
Yeah, and the mom tears up, and the mom put lipstick on his jacket.
Mhm.
I said, "Dang, production, y'all that cheap now? Y'all can't afford a production member to go out there and wipe the shirt off, the jacket off."
Not a production member.
Yeah, it's man, we ain't got the manpower.
And it stayed through the reception. It stayed on there.
I think, golly, peacock doing y'all like that, man. Golly.
So when they do meet at the altar, they both seem to be attracted to each other. He said that as they talk afterward, he's a tech consultant, and she said she does some work for HR or something like that.
She's an HR person for a tech corporation.
Yep.
Mhm.
At the reception, they're both eating and everything. So I think she brought up the fact as far as sex. So it seemed like she was fishing for sex, So when we get back to the room, what are you gonna do? He was like going to bed.
Yeah, Wilson, man, it's been a long, long day. So when we get back to the room, I'm gonna take me a nap.
A nap.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Yeah, I know she was trying to see what he was gonna say, so she was kind of fishing. But Wilson, no, I ain't taking that bait.
So she also said that, she don't sleep on, she sleep on top of the sheets. She's weird. She bring her own blanket and sleep on sheets when she go to a hotel room. And he said, well, I sleep on top of the cover anyway.
That's right, man. That's what I used to do, man. Sleep on top of the cover, man. When you get up, you ain't gotta make no bed up. Just fold your little comforter up, put it down, put it away. You can rock and roll. So you sleep on the sheet. Now you gotta get up, make the bed up. You gotta make sure it's all tight and everything. Then you run behind for work because you're trying to make sure the bed right. Nah, dog. Nah, sleep on top of the comforter. Call it a day. Anyway, baby.
So now let's move on to Will is talking to her parents.
You love leaving your hand.
And Will. So Will is talking to her parents, and they was asking, so are you a Christian? What's your faith? And he was like, he's what is it?
I want to say
Agnostic.
Agnostic, yeah. And when he sat down, if y'all pay attention to the mom, she was proud, she was happy at first, but as Will was talking, you can see she was getting more and more disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because Will was saying things she really didn't want to hear. Like being, well, I don't believe, in spirituality like that. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Baptist. I'm
He
agnostic.
believe in a
basically
a higher power.
Right, but they don't know what kind of higher power they believe in.
No, it was that daddy face for me, because every time the daddy said something, it's like Will was giving him the answer, but them answers wasn't what he was like, man, I'm trying to like you, but you ain't giving me much to work with.
And the reason I said it about the mom, because the mom, she, to me, at the wedding, she was glowing more than the dad was. You know what I'm saying? And when Will sat down, you see her head was held up high. She was proud. And she said, "Ooh, my baby got her a good one." But more as Will was talking, she said, "Dang, what she got herself into?" You know what I'm saying? So
And he was like, well, the dad was like, well, what about your parents? Do they at least go to church? And he was like, they don't go to church no more, but they used to go to church, like, and they Baptist. I guess he was like, whoo, child,
then,
somebody.
then the dad said, "So are you gonna put 110% in?" Will said, "Well, I'm gonna give my best try." You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what he was saying. I'm
Right.
just paraphrasing, but yeah.
It was like this. In my opinion, I felt like Will was the one that saying, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not finna give y'all a fairy tale. I'm not gonna treat your daughter like the prince.
Basically, what he's saying, I'm not gonna
princess.
tell you what you want to hear. Basically.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna like cater to your spoiled daughter. You know what I'm saying? I am really and truly gonna say, hey, we both in it. If she give 110, I'm getting 110. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna communicate, she gonna communicate. He was like, well, as long as you make her happy, I guess he said, as long as she make me happy too. And to be honest, that's a reality of marriage. It shouldn't be a one-sided thing.
But their communication sucks though.
Yeah, dude.
Their communication sucks real bad.
So now the next day they eat breakfast. Of course, I know that they was on top of the sheets and all that stuff, whatever. But they said something about staying up late, which means I think they were intimate. What you think?
No, yeah, they did the Uchi
Can
Coochie.
you please stay in the camera?
They did the Uchi Coochie. Back out the camera.
No, can you please stay in the camera?
I gotta be in the camera.
This what I mean. This what I mean. So now let's move on to Meghann and Derrick. Now, okay. So how do you feel about the couple so far, Eddie?
Josh and Jaylen, they can make it, but I still gotta see
more of them.
Yeah, let me finish what I gotta say. A little bit more of them. Yes. Okay, the next one.
What about me? You don't want to hear what I gotta say?
Heck no.
Okay, just like Pat.
Yeah, what you gotta say? Go ahead.
So me, I feel like Josh is still surface so far. I think that they're so far doing the honeymoon, all this stuff. I think it's surface so far.
Yeah.
They haven't really got to the nitty.
That's why I say I gotta see a little bit more of
them.
Nope. Look at my face, y'all. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Won't happen. It's both of them. Bullheaded.
With your whole face.
Bullheaded. You hear me? They both are stubborn. They don't want to get ground to one another. Now this may change down the road, but from what I'm seeing right now, it's not clicking right now with them two. It's not.
So now let's move on.
What do you think about that? You can get your answer.
I agree. It's just they just hitting brick walls. Speaking of brick walls, you hit some. So now let's move on to Meghann and Derrick. So Meghann is 38, Derrick is 38. I really didn't think that she would be attracted to him, but she seems to be attracted to him. So just to give a little context, Meghann, she's a realtor, and she's also helped running her family business. So
no wonder she gets lip implants. What you think? She got some thick lips.
She said something about Botox. Okay. He has traveled all over the world, and he is the COO of a health and wellness business.
No wonder why he's so shredded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that dude shredded, man. I'm like, God, man, he used to be like I used to be, man, back in the day. Man, I was shredded like that back then. I'm shredded, kind of still just a little bit shredded now.
Now, why you gonna sit up here and lie to these good
people? For real, yeah,
had to take us off camera to sit up there. Why you gonna sit there and lie to these good people? So anyway, let's see. She he's of course into fitness, and she says she does like ice plunging at least 5 times a week and stuff like that.
I heard some good things about plunging in cold water and ice. I heard it helps your skin, helps your heart, and everything. Yeah.
They also both want kids, and she got her eggs frozen. So they are getting ready to get married. Her mom seems to be a little disengaged, probably kind of like her in real life. Like I don't know, her mama just seemed a little weird. I know she's not so particular about her daughter doing this, but she just seems to be so disengaged. Let's see, his parents are married 40 have been married 41 years. That's a long time. So when she was walking out, and he saw her for the first time, he seemed to be excited. She seemed to be excited. So yeah, she said that she was so nervous. She was like, "What I got myself into." But once she walked out, the nerves kind of calmed down. They both said yes, and they both had a kiss. And they both were saying, "Oh my God, he's hot. She's hot." So yeah, that's the I found the white girl words. They're hot. So yeah.
Why you gotta say that, man?
I
It could
found the
be
white
anybody saying that. It
black
doesn't
people
matter.
don't
Yes,
black
we do.
black people say, "Oh, he's so
No,
fine."
I've seen black women say, "Ooh, he's hot." I have.
No,
I have.
they've been
I
around
sure
white people.
have.
They've
I
been
sure
around
have.
white people.
I said, "Thank you, miss. Thank you."
Oh, you said they were talking to you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're so hot. I said, "Thank you."
Here's your order. Thank you for shopping at Whataburger. So let's see. She said that as they sit there and talk, and this is what I did notice, is that he was just saying that he just recently moved to Austin, and she been there since 2019. And I don't know if Josh and Jaylen had that same conversation, but I started noticing that these people weren't born and raised in
transplants.
in Austin. And maybe that's a problem for some of y'all or whatever, because I know on some of them shows y'all was like, they're not even from here.
Y'all, they give them a bad representation of the city. They not even from here. They say they from New York, but they from Mississippi. So yeah, you have a lot of transplants, man. People move around.
He doesn't like country music. As they're at the reception, they talk. He don't like country music. He's into that tech music.
Oh, you talking about he like that electronic music?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. I see you, Derrick. Yeah, electronic music, techno music. Back in the day, you used to call house music. It originated from Chicago, I think. But yeah, the music like doom, 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 doom. Yeah,
It
man.
seemed to be a problem for her because she was like, she loves country. And he started laughing.
She like country music. Well, yeah,
and he was like, what he told her what he was into. Now, he talking to her mom, and of course her mom giving him the third degree and stuff like that. And she was just like, my daughter, she's grown. She wanted to do this experiment, but it's not something that I wanted to do. But as her mama is talking to her, because she break out from him, she was like, well, I like him, and if y'all don't stay together, at least I have a relationship with his parents because I like his parents. So as Meghann and Derrick get back to the room, she had noticed, oh my gosh, look at his abs.
Yeah, dude.
Production said, you didn't know that? She's like, no, I didn't know he had all of that. Yeah. My man is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, he was shredded, man. Kind of made me mad. Then after I saw him with his shirt off, I got in the mirror, took my shirt off. I said, damn.
Yep, he said, and then be like, "We gonna feed me that hamburger." I know I just ate the pizza, not girl. But get in there and fix my food. I want my hamburger. I want it. What you say, smash?
I like thin hamburgers, man. I don't like all that thick hamburger. One time she cooked the hamburger. I said, "Who in the hell put this big meatball on the hamburger ball?" the meat was like shaped of a ball, man. I said, "This supposed to be a hamburger?" She said, "Yeah, it's a hamburger." I said, "Ain't no way." Ain't no way that's a hamburger, man.
That right there, I did mess that up, but I ain't mess him up. Like I said, I make them think now. But listen, now Eddie said, well, I don't know when he came to this revelation. I don't know if he got on the scale or what, but he was like, "Listen, I ain't playing. I don't cook no more. Like, hey, it's gonna be grilled fish, grilled chicken, grilled everything." I said, I believe it when I see it. I'm gonna continue to cook because you like to go and I didn't join. I didn't ask to be in it. You know what I'm saying? You asked to do it. So, but I can tell you, going to get his snacks.
I didn't get no snack.
He had Clovers yesterday, which
so
is hamburger.
Chicken. I had a chicken sandwich,
spicy, and it was fried. A spicy fried
it was chicken breast though.
It was a fried chicken,
it
not
doesn't
grits.
matter.
Don't lie and tell me it don't matter. Because if that was the case, I can go in there and cook all that fried food. You tell me make everything grilled. No, you're not putting me in your shenanigans for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, we're gonna eat healthy together. Yeah, you want some cauliflower?
So anyway, so yeah, the next day, they woke up. She was just talking about he had a real bad nightmare. Woke up out that bed like that and scared the mess out of her. And he was saying something, and he laid back down. So yeah.
Wonder was he in the military or something.
They also said they ain't had sex. Now let's get to the older couples chat.
That's right. Ooh, Rhonda and Pat.
Rhonda is 63 years old and she is a ball of energy. Pat is 59 years old. So she said that she been looking for her person for 25 years. She has been on the dating apps and everything. He was a former Air Force person. What you call him? Member?
Serviceman.
Okay. He was
I'm sorry, airman.
Yeah, and
Airman.
he said that he done took chances and jumped out of planes and all this stuff. So why not married at first sight? He's taking a chance. Now for her, she said that she's been married twice and she has 4 kids. She said the first marriage did not work out and it didn't work out. The second marriage, I think that first marriage is where she had all 4 of her kids. The second marriage ended after 18 months because the dude didn't want to get a job. He didn't want to work. And so she was like, I'm not going to be doing all of this. Pat said as far as his marriages, he was married for 30 years.
Wow.
He has, I don't know if he has a son or some sons. He says sons. So I don't know if it's more than 2. But yeah, he was married for 30 years. And he was like, it just kind of ran its course. I think he was saying that his wife really and truly didn't want to be intimate and have sex. He was like, the sex wasn't even satisfying no more. So he was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this no more. And I think he only been divorced for like 2 years. Go ahead.
I understand Pat, situation. Yeah, and when your marriage run the course and run its course, and things just kind of basically dries up, man. You got to find other options. You do.
So as far as her, she's talking to her sons. Her son said that he's very concerned because you are intense and you can be a lot.
And they ain't lying. They ain't lying. I think, God, ooh, she get on my nerves. Yeah, under my nerves, not on my nerves, but under my nerves. That's bad, right? I screwed up trying to play it off.
So as far as her, she as her wedding dress, because like I said, y'all, they don't show us them picking 4 or 5 dresses. They just come with one dress, and she picked a red dress. So I thought that was good. She was like, "Nah, I ain't no white dress bride."
Yeah, she had 4 kids. That purity is gone.
Well, what about the other people that ain't got kids? Or
that's on them. They got the wrong dress on. Some of them should be black. You know what I'm saying?
So they met at the altar. Pat seems to like her. She seems to like him. She has a lot of energy even in that. She said that he was sexy. I said, okay then, Rhonda, seeing through your eyes, he's sexy, honey. He's sexy. And he said that she was smoking hot. That's white folks' words right there. Except for sexy. Ain't nobody. I'm not finna say when I seen you smoking hot.
You said, ooh, he smoking hot.
Like a rotisserie chicken. Yeah. That's the smoking hot, I would think. I'm not gonna be saying smoking hot.
I said that before to some women. They walk by. Ooh, she's smoking hot. Sure enough, did.
No, you lie.
Sure enough,
you lie.
I sure enough did. She said, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "Girl, you hotter than the sun."
Oh,
baby.
I know. You said it too. I found a white girl. That's who you said it to. And if y'all want to know where I get that from, and you don't know, I'll let you know, or I put a clip. I probably put it in our what is this, shorts or something like that, because that is my all-time favorite. Except for the one I deleted it though. Where that girl said, "Eddie, open the door, Eddie." What? Because I love him. I just love him.
That's what us Eddies do, man. And that's what we do. We make y'all fall in love.
So yeah, if you're not following us on TikTok or Instagram, please make sure, because I post a lot in our Instagram stories. And now we have reached 10,000 over there on TikTok without the help of some of y'all, because y'all wouldn't. Oh, I was finna say something. Because some of y'all would not go over there and follow us on TikTok.
Come on now, you gotta go in there and cook. You wasting time. Nah, I got to eat.
Yep, that's what he said. That's why he gonna stay around. Just call him Chubby Buddy. So anyway,
I'm not chubby.
Buddy. So he was talking about he moved to Austin just about a year and a half
So
ago,
he's a transplant. He's a
and
transplant too.
he said he's semi-retired. He is living with his mom. His father passed away about 3 years ago from a car accident.
Mm.
And so yeah, she said that she moved to Austin, Texas about in 1984. And she was talking about, he was saying that he's been divorced 5 years, and he ready to have fun. And she was like, I love it. She was talking to production, and she said, I done forgot his name. I done forgot. Was it Pat? No, she didn't say. She said Paul or something like that. I knew she was a P. It seemed like she was drunk, but I don't know, because she said she had some drinks on the way to the wedding because they had a party bus. So they at the reception, she done took off her shoes so she can dance it up on the dance floor, honey. So yeah, she's a whole handful. Yeah. So she said that, she would appreciate the fact if he just let her be her, and accept her for her, because she just like to be just to have fun. So yeah, she that lady even at 63, and she really don't look 63, but yeah, so she was just saying that she like, does she look 63 to you?
And
Maybe in her
some
neck.
angles, some angles you can kind of tell she got a little age on her.
Yeah. So when they was, they had the reception, they was out, around the pool and stuff like that. She was like, you know what I want to do? I don't want you to think I'm crazy, but it's maybe a little weird. She was like, what I really want to do, and she said, I want to jump in this pool. And he was like, okay, that ain't weird. Let's go. And so, she said, oh no, with the clothes on. He said, oh, with the clothes, I bet you Pat finna take them clothes off, go skinny dipping. So yeah, they jumped in there. He was like, even with your dress, she said, yes, if you get above my head, don't let me drown. So yeah, they jumped in there, and he said, then we can get to the hot tub. Then they went to the hot tub. I thought that was cute. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. They wake up the next day, and the production asked, did they have sex? She said, I can't say that. My grandchildren watching, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
yes, y'all did the nasty.
So now let's move on to Belinda. And y'all know we thought that what we said they was
The mafia bosses, man. You know what I'm saying? The cartel. But to find out, they divorced thing from it. She seemed like she's a sweet lady. He seemed like he's a funny dude. He ex-military, whatnot, and the pictures it can mislead you,
yeah,
man.
can. He said that most people think that just by looking at him that he is serious all the time and all that. But he was like, no, I
He's
like to
real
have
silly.
fun.
Yeah, he's real silly.
So you have Belinda, 47, which she is the mother, if you coming in late, to Jaylen. So you got a mother and daughter team on Married at First
And
Sight.
like you said, when they get together, they're gonna, production getting the questions from the people
Yep.
that ask, right? They're gonna say, "Who had sex?" And the mom gonna raise her hand up. Jaylen gonna raise her hand up, and Jaylen gonna ask her mom, "Mom, do you get your back blown out too?"
It's got to be kind of awkward to have your mama there. So yeah.
the mom said, "Yeah, baby girl, I got my back blown out." He was smoking hot.
So Chad is 54 years old. Just a little background about Chad. Chad said that he likes to have fun. Everybody thinks that he's, mean or stick in the mud, but he's not. He said this will be his fourth marriage. Chad move around. He don't play. He not gonna stay that long if you don't feel good. He said he's been single for 3 years. He said one thing about him, his problem is that he try to save women. You know what I'm saying? He want them get them ones that's in need. Oh, I can change, I can save, I can help them.
He a Captain Sailor, what?
And he said that his profession, he's in commercial real estate. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he said he does pretty well in
Yeah.
commercial real estate. That means he got a little money.
He got coins on it.
Yeah.
So as far as Belinda, she said that she was married, before. She has 3 kids, and she's been single for 8 years. She said that she was married for almost 20 years, and until there was infidelity. And production asked, was it from him? She said, yeah. So, what's her name? Jaylen daddy cheated on her mama. So she was like, I'm out. I can't do this. She also said that, this right here, Married at First Sight, was supposed to be about her daughter getting married, finding love and everything. But as we saw, Pascal was like, I guess, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, Pascal said,
Baby, put the mics on.
I'm got my mic right here.
I'm not sure if it's gonna do because you doing it like that. I'm not sure. Remember that time we was filming the podcast and you ain't have it right?
It's a cheap mic. Anyway, Pascal was saying, man, we ain't got enough people signing up. We gotta find somebody. We can't find Leroy on the corner, put him in. So, Miss Belinda, what you doing tomorrow? She said, nothing. He said, you want to be on Married at First Sight? Yeah, why not? And that's what happened.
That's not what
And
happened.
basically, that's what happened for real.
She was calling her mama, say, hey, I made it, blah blah blah, and then Pascal said, you single?
Like I said, they gonna find nobody.
I don't believe they couldn't find.
I'm
nobody.
telling you,
I
man.
think they wanted to add
No,
the
I don't
sauce
think
to
they can
it.
find anybody, man. They can say, well, hey, your mom single? And she said, yeah. Put your mom on the phone. Hey, you gonna be on Married on First Sight? Married on First Sight?
What?
Married. You gonna be on Married on First Sight? She said, yeah. So that's what happened.
So anyway, so that's basically how she got on the show.
Yeah.
So they met at the altar, and it seems as though they both like each other. I don't think they used the word smoking hot or nothing like that,
They're
but
older. They're not gonna use that.
the older people did. That when I read,
Okay.
smoking hot,
Yeah,
sexy. Yeah,
okay,
they
okay.
said it. He seems to be super nervous.
No, you can tell. He
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote that down. Said she said, so what's your name? When they was at the altar, he said Chad.
Yeah, she said, what? Chess? Cliff? He said, no, Chad. I said, oh,
And he
man.
had to spell it.
CHAD. I said, oh boy, here we go. They need hearing aids already.
Now what it seems as though that Chad jokes a lot. He makes a lot of jokes and stuff like that. As they get back to their room, because they showed the reception, them eating, all of this wasn't much to talk about. They get back to their room, and so she was like, it's been a long time since I had one of these rings around my finger. So he was like, oh, we gonna have to upgrade that one. Like, we gonna have to get you one that stand out. She was like, oh, okay, one that's gonna be dragging my hand and stuff like that or whatever. So I said, okay, he already into it. And then the next scene they showed what?
Dang, Chad, you move quick. See, young women, that's the kind of man y'all need to find right there. They'll mind spending that money on y'all. Y'all be getting these young guys playing PlayStations and stuff. I get your older cat. Better get your old school.
That's what I did. Got my old school, don't mind spending that money on me.
Negro, you younger than me. 4 years younger than me.
So
Yeah, you on 4 years younger than me. What you talking about?
So anyway,
I was trying to find me a spring chicken. I saw you. Why not?
No, not even. So anyway, yeah, that next scene, honey, they done went to the ring shop and he bought her a big ring.
Yeah,
Okay.
Man, she will be dragging that hand, man. Cause it was a big rock.
So now we in episode 4. So y'all, they all made it to the honeymoon and everything. And so y'all, it ain't much to talk about. They're going to Panama. I was gonna say Panama. Panama City Beach, and they just taking them right over. Peacock got a low production, low budget. No, they going to Panama.
What country is Panama?
The country Panama.
No, what country is located in?
Panama. This ain't no world history. But tell me,
What continent?
I don't know, Eddie. You found out one little thing through your research, and you holding on to it.
Ooh,
What is it?
Oh, they went to Panama, South America.
Okay, what to do? So
I think
anyway,
it's Central America.
oh, I hope you're wrong, so somebody call you out. So anyway, so now we're in episode 4, which is the last episode. So they are all, like I said, going to their honeymoon. So they're getting on the plane. Now I think it was Pat friend that sent him a video of things to do on the map. That's how wash and dry. Let us know it's finished. So things to do. To do
What to do to get into the Mile High Club? Y'all know what that is, right?
No, break it down for those that don't.
Mile High Club is when you have Uchi Coochie on the plane while it's in the air.
Sex. You say
Yeah,
sex.
Uchi Coochie, yeah. And a lot of people are members of the Mile High Club. So if you're a member of the Mile High Club, put it in the comment.
And tell us how many miles up high. So Will and Brittany, she was like, we're not gonna do that. Now
Oh, she's a part of Hulu.
now what's who said it was?
Oh, Jaylen, Josh, I think.
And then Rhonda and let's see, okay.
Chad.
Yeah. Now this was who would know? This was the one. Pat was the one who introduced it.
Yeah.
And then you got Jaylen and Josh. I guess they did it.
Yeah, they did.
You know, she was like, "Nope, we're not doing it." And I'm not sure about.
They didn't. I don't think Meghann and Derrick said anything about it.
I think they did say something, but I don't think they did it. And I don't know if they did it.
No, they didn't do it.
Now Eddie Thompson, ooh, I would want to do it. Y'all know he gonna be telling. Do y'all know?
My mama be watching this, man. My mama be, yeah. No.
Y'all know.
Your mama be watching.
No, she don't.
Don't be taking my dog out there to buy.
So don't y'all know the bathrooms be so little on a plane? All you got to do is enough around for you just to pee.
You got to be flexible. Gotta be flexible.
And he tells her, "Let's do it." He goes, "Oh, my back, pull the plane over. I done messed up my back again. Pull the plane." Y'all know. Don't even.
That was so lame. A swing and a miss. God, trying to crack on people, man.
That's the truth.
I
told you that off camera.
I don't know the truth.
It's not the truth for nothing.
I'm not the one open doors breaking doors.
But
how you broke your toe? I just opened the door.
Yeah, but anyway, I ain't the one throwing out my back because
I was in an accident.
You was what?
I was in an accident.
No, you said you was in an accident. All right, let me go because I'm getting hungry too. Now, now let's see. So Will and Brittany, they wake up the next morning, and they got some weird stuff going on. So
somebody said, "Oops, I did it again."
So it seems as though the night before, I guess they was being intimate, having sex or whatever, and it seems as though it was a oops moment. So maybe Derrick learned her.
They didn't say it was an oops moment. They know what you talking about.
And I guess he was like, "Oh,
snap.
We don't need to do that again." And she felt like instead of saying we don't need to do that again, maybe you should have said, "Oh, wow, my bad," or something. It was.
She's wanted to make sure he was going to stick beside her if something did happen, but it was the opposite. And old boy said, "You know what? I ain't gonna take that chance no more, man. So we need to kind of slow our roll. You know what I'm saying? Pump our brakes on."
And she was like, "Well, we married, so what if it did happen? You know what I'm saying? Like we locked in."
I don't care. Man.
So she also said, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to cut you off. She was just saying it too was a trigger for her because she has been in relationships where I guess after she was intimate with him, then she started noticing the guys pulling back. So she feels some type of way.
See, that's why, ladies, save your cookies, man, till you know the guy's the guy for you. See, when you give the cookies up too quickly, that's what happens. When you get the cookies and we bounce, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
well,
y'all become a cookie monster, and y'all have a lot of cookies.
Yeah, we have a lot of cookies, man. And ooh, my cookie's fresh. Yeah, your cookie might be fresh, but they gonna open that bag of cookies and get them. So you got to save them cookies, put them on the shelf, put them in the refrigerator, put them in the deep freezer for a while till you know this guy's for you. So she has some trauma dealing with that. And Will said, "Man, I'm not gonna take that chance no more, man. You know, if you're not, pregnant or whatnot, wait, we dodged the bullet. So I'm not gonna do that again. So we need to slow our roll, slow down a little bit, get to know one another, and go from there."
So when they go out to dinner, She said she's still in her feelings. You know what I'm saying? She tried to push past the day and everything. So as they sitting there, they both looking at you and you looking at me and we looking at them and they both look dry. And so she was just saying that as far as like I said before, when she got as far as confession, she was just saying, you know, she intimate too soon, they pull away. And so she's just trying to see if that's what Will is doing because she's noticed that he became a little distant, which girl, that probably is your trauma talking. Your triggers talking. You think he didn't pull it away?
He probably has. Some guys, you know, after we get the cookies, yeah, we do act different. You know what I'm saying? Even though we married, you know, he probably said, okay, well, that's one checked off right there. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's the excitement about the first time.
Right.
You know, after you do it the first time, then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm just, you know, that was all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, I got wild on it, so I'm just gonna chill for a minute, and that could be it. Cause you gotta understand, Will's been single for a long time. He been out there.
Will seemed like he was a player.
Yeah, he was a player back in the day, and that's
I don't think that back in the day. I think it back.
Yeah, maybe so, but that's what players do back in the day, or what players do, because what they do is that after they get the cookies, they move on to the next. Will right now, he's trapped. He can't move on to the next, so that he still have that mentality. He wants to move on, but he can't because he is married.
So they also, as they sitting there talking, they also was talking about the fact too that just the way that they communicate. She was just saying that
their communication, man, is terrible.
They want to continue to get to know each other, you know, and it just seems like they don't communicate. Even when they get back to the room, this way it just really blew up because, and I'm just fast forwarding it on these sheets of paper and talking about that, so we can just gonna get them out the way. So Brittany was just saying, you know, I was just talking to another couple, and they were talking about how they don't communicate, how you got one that's reserved and quiet and one that's more talkative. And she was like, I feel like that's the way we are. You know, you are the one that's more quiet and reserved. He was like, who? I'm the one trying to ask you questions. I'm the one trying to get to know you. I ask you questions. She was like, I ask you questions too. So when I ask you questions, you really and truly like respond like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's kind of nonchalant. You know, he's like, it's kind of some of his answers are kind of vague and nonchalant, so that can frustrate you when you're trying to get to know somebody. And like, you know, you ask him something, oh, you know, he'll say, okay, that's fine. Yeah. It's like he just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
And he was like you asked me, you know, what's my love language? And I was like, I don't really have, or it don't matter. Like, what's your love language? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like she's trying to ask direct questions, but he's not giving her a direct answer. But in his mind,
you think
he is giving direct answers. Like some stuff is just like, it don't matter. I don't care. Or
but he has
whatever.
Some of the questions she does ask, you have to give a particular answer to. And it's like, I understand he's not trying to rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to go with the flow and not rock the boat. But some of these questions he do have to give a direct answer to. And it's frustrating because he avoids giving direct answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see Brittany's frustration, you know?
Yep. So in that, she get frustrated because, you know, she just walked down. She was like, I'm gonna take a shower. Child, she took that shower down to that
the chicken nuggets, baby. Can I get some lemon pepper sauce?
So, and production talking to him, he was like, well, you know, she said she was going to take a shower, but I heard her leave. So, you know, and he explained that I am communicating with her. It's just like,
you can talk without communicating. You know what I'm saying? You can say words and not communicate, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing, in my opinion.
I think that everybody need to first give everybody grace for one. Y'all just knowing each other, and everybody don't communicate the same.
Well,
they really truly don't.
Brittany, I don't know when you get frustrated or irritated, do you eat? Because, you know, that's what the first place you went. You went down there, got on the phone, got your chicken nuggets and your lemon pepper sauce. Girl, and the long nails. Girl, you don't know what this. So I said, come on, girl, you can't be doing that.
And them, she got some big legs now. She got some big legs. Now, Josh and Jaylen, they was talking about burning. What is called the
Burning
burn.
Man. Burning Man is when you go. I don't know if it's in Arizona or Nevada, but it's like you go out to the desert and it's like a festival out there. And you stay out there for like, I don't know, a week, something like that.
Like Coachella.
Yeah, like Coachella. Yeah, and you go out there, you know, they play music, and then, you know, you just party up. You know, you do all kinds of stuff out there. So
Yeah.
I thought I
So
was gonna go one time, but they said, "Oh, you too old."
she also just saying she's not a outdoorsy type of person. So he was like, well, you know, the first time you go, I'm sure you're gonna like it. She was like, I don't like insects, I don't like animals, so she was like, I just don't know for the rest of our life will I have to do this stuff, you know. No, I think he'll find some friends to go with, because if that's just absolutely not your thing, y'all can work around
No,
that.
yeah.
Josh also did what his stepdaddy did, honey. He went and bought that ring, honey.
Yeah.
He went and bought that ring, Chad. Like Chad bought the ring for Belinda. He went and bought a ring for Jaylen. Now, he probably got it. Now, I don't know if Married at First Sight Peacock Edition is making these folks purchase their own ring, because I did notice that they have a band, it looks like, not actual a ring.
Yeah, called the old Married at First Sight. They were sponsored by that ring place.
Yeah, they was hustling. Trying to,
Yeah.
who gonna pay for these
Yeah,
rings?
but now the budget kind of reduced. And said, man, yeah, we know your mom put lipstick on your jacket. We ain't got the manpower to wipe it off. So y'all gonna get these small bands for
Yeah, so y'all, I don't know if the other people gonna do a ring, but yeah, Josh got her a rock, like a rock, and she was so surprised. I was like, okay, I see you, Josh. Now Josh got some money too now, so okay.
Yeah. Oh, see, oh wow. The mama and daughter got some money bags.
Yeah, they do.
Mama, we did it, Mama. We did it.
Yeah,
We rich now.
look, they gonna stick beside. So yeah, I think that's all about Josh and Jaylen. So now let's move on to the next one, which is Pat and Rhonda. So Pat and Rhonda, honey, they up here, they talking, but Rhonda seems to think that Pat is a person that talks about himself. Oh yeah, I went on this trip. Yeah, I did this, I did that, and they showing production, showing him talk to the next conversation. You know, when they keep slicing up like that, mean they talking a lot. And Rhonda like, and she was like, yeah, you know what? I had like somebody to break into my home, and I think something about her TV. Oh, she said she leave her TV on now, whether she's home or not, because she had somebody break into her home one time. And so he was like, really? Well, you know what? I had and so he just skated over that. And she was like, ugh. And she telling production, like, he's not listening to me, he's not vested in me. I've heard about these trips, I heard about this, that, and that, but he don't want to get to know me.
Well, yeah, I see what
I done dated guys like that.
Yeah, I see what Rhonda talk about. Yeah, I see her point more and more, you know, as you were saying that, because yeah, I have dated people like that. It's all about them. You know, the whole conversations of the surrounding is around them, and they really don't get to know you or get to hear your side. And it is frustrating to hear about them all the time.
Yep.
Sometimes you want to tell them, shut the hell up, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we get it. You love yourself, you know. But yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta be mindful and listen to a person, and you know, the conversation has to be both ways.
It's the banner.
Yeah.
So
you remember that time when we was at that restaurant and we were sitting down with the other couple,
and Eddie got so mad.
And everybody was talking about themselves. I couldn't get a word in.
And he was like, and then they was like, and they was like,
and I just got up and walked away.
He was, when Eddie get mad, y'all. See, y'all don't know what I deal with, honey. He is like one of the biggest kids on this earth. He act like he can't express his feeling or even just suppress them in that moment.
Why would I want to suppress my feelings at that time? I want people to know.
You should have said it instead of shut down. You should have said it instead of shut down.
I didn't say something.
No, you did. Baby,
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say it. You shut down. And I said, he was like,
God, leave, man.
I think you didn't walk off. You either said something to me or I knew exactly what was going on. But yeah, you didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing. Hey, y'all gonna let me talk? No, we didn't say that.
Because I didn't know him like that. You know what I'm saying at the time. But man, just irritated. Go ahead.
So they also had another conversation, because in that moment she didn't tell Pat, that situation. So she said, listen, I want to tell you something, as they were sitting there eating, she was like, I just want to tell you that, I'm having a good time and I like you and all that stuff, whatever. But I noticed that you don't engage with me in conversation. He was like, I do. She was like, no, you don't ask me questions. Now that seems to be the main thing with a lot of these couples.
Communication.
She was like, you don't ask me questions, like anything like that. He was like, well, yeah, I do. She said, no, when I do talk about it, then you jump it and put it on you. He was like, oh, okay. So she said, ask me something. So he asked her something, and she was like, yeah, I used to play with these dolls, and I changed my name to Jennifer when I was younger. He was like,
Pat fell for the trap.
yeah, wow, really? He said, well, she said, see, that's it.
Pat, you fell for, man. She set you up for the okey doke, and you fell right into her trap. But she proved the point, though.
Yeah, and I thought it was a valid point,
Yeah.
because now, can I say it was too early? I don't think she had to bring it up now. Now, maybe for her sake, she is 63, child.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta look at it. They time frame is totally different from ours, man.
So she could have brought it up later, because like I said, like Eddie said, I've dated or talked to, not dated, but I've talked to guys on the phone till we've talked for weeks and all they did. And when I confronted them, they got mad, because I'm saying, dude, do you want to know about me? And when I first met Eddie, my barometer is always checking to see how they talk about them. But Eddie did say, so tell me a little bit about you. So it was a banner in that, although he did talk about himself a lot.
I did not.
Let's keep
No,
going.
I did not.
Let me tell you some of the rude stuff he did. I want to tell you the rude stuff. Jump
What?
back in the camera.
What?
So I don't know why he felt. I do understand that we were friends and building a friendship. But he used to say, yeah, I used to talk to this girl. She was a dime piece. Yeah, I used to talk to the girl. She was a dime piece. And then there was time, so dime. So I had to tell him, hold up, bro. What am I? And why do you keep talking about all these girls that were so fine?
I had standards, man. That's why I was saying I had standards, man.
No, he wasn't saying that. He just was telling me about his past, and he was just saying they were so fine. He could have left out anything about the way they look, because word on the street is that the one that he was talking to, she worked at the local restaurant, and she's the manager, and she smokes vape pens. So I found the white girl. So standards can't be. But anyway,
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. So as she was talking, she was also talking about her past and her parents and everything, and she got kind of choked up and stuff like that. But it seemed like Pat, he understood, he passed the test and stuff. They also was meditating in the forest, and they was talking about when the lady told them open their eyes, she said, now say to your partner, I see you. And then he said, when I opened my eyes and I said, I see you, I understand now what you meant yesterday. Like you meant you wanted to be seen and I wasn't seeing you. She was like, yes. So she said, you know what? I love you. And she said, I know this, she said, I love everything about you. I like this, I like that. So I don't know if she was saying, I love you, or what. What you think?
No, I don't think she said she's in love with him. I think she probably said, she loved him as a person, probably.
So you got Chad and Belinda, honey. So Chad is taking her own shopping, honey. He was like, get anything you want up in all these hats. They is yours.
I said, okay, first of all, they're in Panama, right? The country Panama. I said, well, I know that. And they was going hat shopping. I was like, this seems real familiar. If y'all watch 90 Day Fiance, y'all know who I'm talking about. Gino and Jasmine. I said, all right, Belinda, Chad got a little money. Don't let Jasmine find out. She gonna kick you and bump you off and take Chad from you.
I think that girl pregnant and she with another man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
dang, Gino, you got played.
So yeah, so he was buying her hat and stuff like that. And the thing about it is that it just seems that they just in their own world. I hope they make it. They seem to be good for each other. Because she said, listen, I just want to let you know, Men don't really buy me nothing. Like, I'm not here for men to buy me stuff. Like, I'm my own working woman. I'm independent and everything. So I don't want you just to think that want you to spend money like that on me. He was like, listen, I don't feel that way. If I did, I probably wouldn't do it. So yeah. I
So
thought it
yeah,
was
yeah,
cool.
and the thing about it, man, I hope they do make it, man, because my only reservation would be that if things get a little kind of tough, with Chad stick around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, because he been married.
Yeah, he's been married 3 times.
Mm.
So that would be my only reservations about their relationship with Chad sticking around when things get rough.
Yeah. So now let's move on to the final one. So
we did them already.
Mm-mm. So they, all this, they still on their honeymoon. So this basically what I'm talking about. So they was out eating, having a conversation, and it does seem like Meghann. Now I know Meghann did say, "Hey, we on our honeymoon, so our conversation, we're not gonna get too deep. We're gonna keep it surface, have a good time, and enjoy each other." But when he was trying to talk to her at lunch, he was asking her questions, and she just answered one answer, like, "Yep, yep."
You know what?
Yep. And she seemed to be, to me, in my opinion, seemed to be like her mom, very like, you know what I'm saying, not talkative. Even if you're an introvert, you should be conversing with your mate.
Right. And I was about to say that. I'm just saying, okay, I get what you were saying, Megan. You wanted to keep it surface so y'all can have a good time on your honeymoon. But if somebody is trying to have a conversation with you, you got to say more than one word, and Derrick probably feels slighted. He's trying to get you to open up to him and talk to you and get to know you, and all you doing is giving one word answers.
Yeah. But in Megan's head, she feel like it's the other way around, because they was doing some kayaking or whatever that stuff is. And so he was like, listen, I want to have a conversation with you. I want more communication. So when I talk, you really don't give me feedback. It's not reciprocated. And she was like, I do. I'm the one talking to you as well. So
what do they be saying?
I don't know.
From what I can tell in their conversations is that Derrick is doing more of the talking.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to Meghann get this in her head. And another thing I have a problem with Meghann about is that when you have tough conversations, you want to shut down. You know what I'm saying? All he did was ask you, can you do something better?
Mm-hmm.
And she gets in her feelings. Now she won't be left alone.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she said that she felt ambushed, so she was just like, I just want to shut down and I just want to, be by myself and stuff like that because of the communication. And like I said, people be thinking they communicating, and maybe that was their way of communicating forever. But these people on this show is not fully communicating to the way to where you conversing with somebody. It's all about y'all trying to get to know each other.
Right.
And you need to go deep in conversations, deep in questions, and you get to know each other. Like one of them said, you don't even know how I grew up, what I do for a living, my business and all that stuff, whatever. So yeah. Anything else you want to say?
That's it. I'm hungry.
See, go in there, make sure you do your little smash burger, child. So anyway, on that note, look at, I'm hungry. Now he ate a pizza, y'all.
I didn't eat no dang on pizza. I ate a piece of the pizza. Stop. Oh my. See, this was wrong with communication, man. People gonna think I had a whole pizza gorging down my mouth.
Did I say he done had a pizza? I didn't say a whole one. It could have been a slice. Who eats a whole pizza?
I know a lot of people that eat a whole pizza.
Anyway, on that note, you guys, that's all we got. Drop down in the comments. Have you watched? Are you gonna watch, or you just gonna watch our review? Now, y'all know this season gonna wrap up by end of November, so we ain't gonna be here long. Peacock said we ain't got that kind of time, honey. Not on our watch. We're gonna give it to you and get out.
I always put God first.
Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. You spit on me.
I spit on you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, sure enough did.
It's down here too.
See, that's what happens when you're hungry.
Yeah, you're greedy. I'm gonna lose weight. I ain't gonna do that. Oh, all right, deuces, y'all.
All right.